Hello everyone. I'm working on an 18 F150 and it's going to get a new wheel bearing installed on the driver's side front. This one had a noise that was similar to like a cupped tire. It was difficult to tell which side it was. So I'm going to check it here, put it up on the rack, disconnect the vacuum line from the IWE, and then install a vacuum pump on it. And then pump it up and disengage it. Just like that. Then you can free spin the tire by hand. If you do that to both fronts, just listen to which side's louder to determine which side it is. You can also put it up on the lift and run it in four-wheel drive to see what, and put a stethoscope on it and see which side's louder. So we'll get this tire off, pull this dust cap off, pull the axle nut off, put a lug nut on it so the brake rotor doesn't fall on your foot. Remove these anchor bracket bolts. We'll just pull the anchor bracket and caliper as one assembly. And hang it off to the side. Pull the bolt for the brake line. Get it out of the way. Knock the brake rotor off. Now this one's been lifted, so I'm going to pull the outer tie rod end off so I can get at the front lower bolt for the wheel bearing. When they're lifted like that, when the suspension is unloaded, the CV boot kind of binds into the control arm. So we'll disconnect this wheel speed sensor wire and pull the clips. Pull the bolts, an 8mm bolt. Then we'll loosen up the wheel bearing bolts. And then there's the bolt right there. That's kind of tough to get to. A lot easier when the outer tie rod is not in your way. Now all the bolts, Ford wants you to replace them. If it's a warranty job, you have to replace them. Since this is not warranty, I'm not going to be replacing any of the bolts. And if you live in a high rust area, you're probably going to need to use a slide hammer to get this off. But I'm able to use a hammer and tap it off, no problem. And then pull the 3 bolts for the backing plate. The backing plate it will trap the wheel speed sensor wire. There's the part number for the new bearing. And I think it is the same for both sides. I'm going to put a small amount of Sil Glide on the O-ring and clean up the hub flange. And Ford wants you to apply vacuum to the integrated wheel end, the IWE. You can see there how it works. So you apply a vacuum, it pulls that gear back, and when you release vacuum, it engages it, the four-wheel drive. So we're going to apply vacuum, just set the pump up there. That way you don't have to worry about indexing the new wheel bearing. So install the wheel bearing bolts. And these bolts are torqued to 129 foot-pounds. And I'm doing this job, essentially it's a little bit over my head height, and anytime I can do a job that's a little bit higher so you're looking up, kind of relaxes the neck, because most of the time being a taller guy you're always looking down on everything. So right there I'm releasing the vacuum, and you can see it engage the hub. Put the nut back on the tie rod, and that is 76 foot-pounds for the tie rod nut. The tie rod will want to spin, so I'm just using a pry bar, prying down on it as I gun it on. The axle nut is torqued to 30 foot-pounds, and then just tap the dust cap back on. Reinstall the backing plate. And the brake rotor. Next is the caliper. And on these anchor bracket bolts, these are torqued to 184 foot-pounds. Reinstall the bolt for brake line, and run your wheel speed sensor wire up there, plug it in. This one is complete. Alright, thanks for watching everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.